Yeah, so I just felt I needed to have this session with us before we start so that we have a personal touch to what we are doing. Live, let me announce on the groups. We are live. 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 Okay. So those who can't attend will watch the replay. So good evening, everybody. As you can see, this is going to be a short meeting, and here is the agenda for the meeting. And those who can't meet tonight's meeting, we'll share the replay with them. But this is quite important because it just gives an idea of what to expect on the program. So I want to start by appreciating everybody who has registered their child, their children for the program. I want to appreciate you for believing in us as a fellow Nigerian, right? And I also want to assure you that for us, this is not just a business. This is a ministry, and this is what we are passionate about. So, Agital Consulting is the first business that we started, and it started like 6 years ago. And we've been empowering, we've empowered tens of thousands of Nigerians in the area of tech. Teklearn started last year, but we are doing, and it started in the UK actually. So we are committed to you. So we are not doing Teklearn because, let's just try to quickly make some money there. We are really passionate about what we are doing. We want the best for your children, and we are focused on that, on achieving that objective. So I want you to know that your children are in the right hands, and we are thorough, we are detailed about what we are doing, and we are focused on ensuring that these kids have the best academic results. So I just want you to know that we are committed to the academic performance of your children. As a matter of fact, we take these children as if they are our own. So while I'm appreciating you, I'm also restating our commitment to you. And that leads to item number 2, which is the class days and time. So for 11 plus, as you know, 11 plus is 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. The class will start shortly, so I'll have to end this meeting. And then for Stacy, please let's mute so that we all can hear what we are trying to say. So please let's just mute if you are not talking, please. Let's mute our microphones. Then the class time, 11 plus is 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I want to implore us, please. It is very important that these children attend all classes. Once in a while, if they miss classes, we can make the recordings available. But like I told some parents who reached out, it's not going to be an habitual thing. It should be in situations where it's almost it's unavoidable that the child will miss that class because this is a live class. So it is not a situation whereby the child attends prerequisite classes. So if what we are offering is a live class, then it's good that they partake of the live class. So that's the idea. So if we are saying it wasn't a live class, we just record videos and they can watch videos. But this is a live class. It's a live experience. And we also believe that this is also crucial to ensuring that they have the best outcome. So please, the class days is Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. for 11 plus. If the child is doing SAT is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time. GCSE2 is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time. So that is very important. Number 3 is the monthly mock test. Please, people, I should have muted before I started. But I was in a hurry, so please, I just need your help. So then the monthly mock test. So every month, the pupils will take mock tests to assess their strengths, to also have a look at their weakness, and the questions are different. So it's not like the mock test they are doing now is the same they would do in February. But aside from assessing their strengths, assessing areas where they are weak in, it also helps them to be well prepared for the exam because they are used to taking tests anyway. So exams will not be an issue for them because every month they take tests. So when they go into the exam, it will just be like, okay, this is what they've always been doing, right? So the monthly mock tests are very important. So they are doing the one for January now because they are just starting. They had one yesterday. They will have today again. Then from tomorrow, classes will start. Then February, going into February, by February ending, they have another set of monthly mock tests. So that is important. Number 4, we have periodic progress reports. Periodic progress reports. So for this, what this means is from time to time, it might be every 2 months, send a report to parents showing the progress of their children. So I shared one with you during the webinar. So this is what we actually do. So it's a report. He assesses the child on various courses, subjects, and what they are deficient in, what they've improved on. So the parent has an idea of how the child is improving with the program. So, and we do this because we want parents to know that it's not, for us, it's not just about ticking the boxes. It's not just about, okay, you paid for 4 classes in a week, in a month. So we had 4 classes and that's it. We did mock tests for you. So we wish you all the best. No. So for us, we want to be a part of that child's success story. We don't believe that a child can't learn. We believe every child can learn, can improve. So that is why we have these periodic progress reports. Then number 5, and this is very important, is about the special year classes. And at this point, I need to do a little explanation. So we know that 11 plus is September, and 11 plus is taken by year 5 students, right? And that is September. Now, we also know that GCSE, it's around June. It depends on the body, but at least everybody would have taken it by June, right? And GCSE, of course, is taken by year 11 students for GCSE. And we have the KS2 SAT, which of course is year 6. Year 6, and it's most is in June. So there is really no issue with the year 6 because the KS2 SAT exam is like the last exam they are taking. So after that, they are done, and the next thing is to go into grammar school or any school as the case might be. So this doesn't really have so much issue. But while I was conversing with parents during the course of the registration for the program, this came up many times. So, but because year 5 students take 11 plus, ideally, the preparation should have started from year 4, ideally, right? But they can't take it in year 4. So a question parents have asked is, "Sir, my child is wants to take the 11 plus next year, September. So what happens? Because you said the program is an 8-month coaching program. So here's what happens really. So if your child is in year 4, right, your child continues the coaching till the end of the year. So basically, your child is having 11 months of coaching, right? And why did we do this? Because for us, we just want these children to do well, right? And because this is how Digital got to where it is. In the UK alone, we actually have thousands of students in the UK alone for Digital. We are in North America, and we are also in Nigeria and in the Middle East. So Digital, this is how we started. We started by giving people exceptional value. And that is what we are doing with Teklearn. So Teklearn started last year. So just for the records, right? But our tutors, our career coach, they have years of experience, they have decades of experience doing this. So I need to always state that. So here we are integrity, we are plain, we are very open, and we are focused. So the idea is for year 4, they have 11 months of coaching, right? So because the year 5 students, by September, they would have written the exam. So there's no point, there's no coaching. You can't write the exam again. So that is why for them it ends. But for the year 4, after September, the classes just continues, right? And you can now renew by January next year. By January next year, you can renew, right? And you still renew at the same rates that we give you now, right? Of course, it will not be the same rate for next year for pupils that are in year 4, but because this is the rate that you registered with, so we just keep it at that rate for you. So we'll not increase it, because you realize that by the time you renew next year, January, your child will be doing like almost 9 months, right? But we keep it at that rate for you. So those are exceptional cases. So we've sorted out for 11 plus. Now let's talk about GCSE. Now, ideally, preparation for GCSE actually starts from year 9. Year 9, ideally. Right? And GCSE is a very important exam, right? It's not just about university admission alone. One thing about GCSE is that it even affects the first job they get. I'm telling you, in the UK, right? So GCSE scores are even important after the child has left university. It's a very important score, right? A very important score, right? But somebody asked a question, so how do you differentiate the students since they have classes together? So I'm coming to that, and that will lead me to number 7, analyzing registration. So we have that started out. So, but I'll get to that. So for year 9 and year 10, they are not taking the GCSE this year, as you should know. They are not taking it this year, but it's always best that they start preparation for this year. So for year 9, for year 10, the same principle apply. Even though you are paying 200 British pounds for them, what happens is the training for them will still be from February to December this year. February to December this year. That's the way it works for them. So because they are not writing the exam in June this year, so the training just goes on till the end of the year. Then by next year, because this is the amount you paid while coming in, it won't be 200 pounds next year for those who are registering next year. But because this is the amount you paid while coming in, we'll keep it at that rate for you, right? So, and that's just the way it works for us. So I just need to say this. So for those who are in year 11 already, just a few of them who are in year 11 already, then for those people, then by June, they are done. Because once they are done, what else? So they've done the exam. So, so that is very important. I needed to sort that out. Then that leads me to parent advisory sessions with Lauren and Afua, right? So these sessions, at times it might be once in a month, but most times it will be it will be once in 2 months. Once in 2 months, right? So, but when we get to the period of the exam, the period of registration, a month, right? So what happens at these parent advisory sessions is quite simple. Here, so the classes are technical classes. Oh, these you're learning math, verbal reasoning, and all those kind of stuff. But Lauren and Afua has over a decade experience, not just as a tutor, but as an admissions consultant, right? So the whole idea is you want your child to get to school. So the focus here is school admissions, really. School admissions and school search. So school admissions and school search. So when you have these sessions, so the next session, because the program is starting for you, the next session is Saturday, February 8th. So that is when you have the first session with them. So it's a 2-hour session. You can ask anything you want to ask. And please, people, this is one area that our program is different from other programs. It's not just about teaching your child. It's also about the advice, the consulting, right? The school search. And for year 6, who are taking SAT, yeah, even if they're not getting to grammar school, AFWA has a lot of knowledge in that area of schools that are also very quality schools. And now they can get into those schools, even if they are not grammar school, but they are very quality schools. Some of those schools are faith-based schools. So they have a very high standard of education and they are quite cheap, right? So they have knowledge in this area because this is what they've been doing for many years. So I just want to once again appeal to parents to show up, because with previous batches that we've had, one of the challenges was the parents are just too busy. Like, so they just set up the class for the children Mondays to Thursday. They have a way of doing it, set it up. But when it comes to the parent advisory sessions, they don't show up, right? And it works hand in hand. It's one thing for your child to get good grades. It's another thing for you to know the school to apply to, how to scale the process, the interview process, how to search for the right schools, how to really get into these schools. So the scores are a part of the process. The scores are very important, but they are not the only factor. They are not just the only factor, right? So please, I'm appealing to parents because our joy is the success of your children. I know that some of you registering for this program, you maybe 90%, you had 90% assurance that, oh, I think these people are genuine. But there was that 10% that, oh, who is a Nigerian. Oh, the founder of this organization is actually a Nigerian. Nigerian, right? So we are just here to show you that we Nigerians we can give you the best quality of service because most of you are Nigerians too. So please, let's make this a success story. Let's make this successful. So we want the children to get into the very good schools, even if they're in year 6 and we know, okay, 11 plus that, but they can still get into good schools. They can still get into very good schools, and the secondary school they get admissions to actually shapes their academic journey. It actually shapes their future, to be candid. So please, once again, I want to appeal, don't joke with this parent advisory session. As a matter of fact, we'll send reminders and send reminders and send reminders. We just want you to show up. It might not be up to 2 hours, because what will make it 2 hours is when parents are asking questions, and you can ask anything you want. The floor is open. Ask any question right there. Now, number 7, and this is where I need your help. This is where I need your help, right? And you see, I've been using this. So I have a line. Many of you might have chatted this line up, 7734, right? And you see, in Teklearn, we are transparent, right? I'm based in Nigeria, but some of our tutors are in the UK and some of them are in Nigeria, right? And there are people who do this kind of thing that I do that will be like, oh, I need to get a UK number. No. I don't believe in that. Like, I travel a lot, but I'm based in Nigeria. So I use my Nigerian line. But I've been using this line for a lot of business activities, and there have been a lot of attempts on this line. I secured the WhatsApp line, but there has been a lot of attempts to hack this line because in 5 years, we have trained, and this has been very sincere. Okay, let me not mention the exact figure, but we have trained tens of thousands of students in the area of tech and in other areas. So, and this is the line, this is my line. They know me with this line. So, gain access to this line, they can defraud a lot of people. So, the long and short of it is that WhatsApp has been restricting this line. Some of you, I chatted with you on this line yesterday, and by this morning, WhatsApp has restricted the line again. So I'm having that issue on that line because of many attempts at hacking the line, but I'll get the line back, right? As I speak now, it's still under restriction. They will open it again. And I know, okay, this thing has happened before. It happened 2 years ago, right? So this is another season that it's happening. So the long and short of it is that I will touch every one of you on another line that I have, which I hardly use for business, but it's just like my backup line. But I actually chatted some of you up on that line, but I will do that. But I'm just trying to explain to you what is going on. So this is the line that I will chat you up on, 907 993. The line is also on the group 7803, right? So this is the line I will chat you up on. And the reason is because I have your records, I have records of everybody that paid and the amount they paid, but the conversations we had, because this line has been restricted, I cannot access those conversations at the moment. And the class is starting. So luckily for us, we started with mock test. So mock test is going on well. But tomorrow they'll start a real class. I want to put year 4 with year 4, year 5 with year 5. For the SAT people, all of them are already in one class. So year 10, 9 in one class. So we want to, so I need to chat every one of you up and get those details, right? So don't feel don't feel awkward if you see me chatting you up with this line and say, oh, please confirm these details. I need your name, I need your email address and all those things. It's just because that other WhatsApp line for now is being restricted, but by tomorrow I should be able to get it back. So please understand that there's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be scared of, right? It's just we WhatsApp trying to safeguard me, but at the end of the day, they're also standing in the way too. But I understand. These are sacrifices you have to make for security, because if hackers hack my WhatsApp line, the havoc will be serious, and that will never happen. And for 6 years of doing business, it has never happened, and it won't happen now, right? So then that is very important. Then the admin team. So the admin team, we have Sharon, who is your director of training. You would have been seeing her messaging on the group. Then we also have Mrs. Florence. So if you have any challenges, I'm reachable, right? I'm reachable. You can always reach out to me, but they're also there too. So myself, I'm right here. I'm available. I will always reply to my chats. But if you need anything, and they will always contact you. Sharon will reach out to you. Miss Florence will reach out to you. If you have any challenge during the course of the program, anything, they are there to attend to you. Miss Florence is the admin, all right, and anything you need, we'll do that. So, just as we soon start, we have like I think 7 minutes or 8 minutes to go. So I just felt I needed to do this with you, just to have that little bond, and so that you can at least let's have this session and have all this information. So thank you. So I'll reach out to every one of you tonight to get those details. Please, I apologize for having to do that again, but it is better to be secured, even if security comes with some inconvenience. So thank you, everyone, once again. The replay will be shared on the group so you can have an idea of what was said. Thank you once again for registering with us. We are trying to make history here, and we're trying to build a legacy, right? And if you have any questions, you can drop. Right? Okay, yeah, I'll drop the phone number on the group. I would even chat the number. I will chat with the number on the group right now. So, hello, I'll be chatting you now. I'll be chatting you up individually. You up individually, right? So I just dropped it on one of the groups, right? The number is already on the group. I'm dropping it. I'll be chatting you up individually. So I've done that already. So I'll reach out to everyone tonight and just try to get those details once again: the name of the child, the year level of the child, the email address, or the name you used to register for the program, and that's just it. So thank you, people. I appreciate you all. I do not take it for granted. You have invested your money and your time and your trust in us, and we do not take it for granted. I want you to know that we will go the extra mile to ensure that your children do well. You have my word on that. So thank you. God bless. I think I need to end this now because the children will be starting the second mock test in like 6 minutes time. So I think you should have time to rest. Do have a wonderful time. Bye for now. I love you all. Let me just say that. I love you all. Bye for now.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.